What do you do on a Sunday afternoon in Charlottetown? Good morning and welcome back to the channel. This morning, oh, it's a cold one. We camped out last night right on the water's edge, and we woke up this morning and it was about 60-kilometer-hour winds. It was about 7 degrees Celsius, and oh, what a chilly night. Anyhow, today we're on our way to Prince Edward Island, PEI. So we're now on Confederation Bridge. Boy, the wind gusts are pretty strong up here. Welcome to PEI, Prince Edward Island. It's a bit of a windy day here today, but we made it to Prince Edward Island, PEI.
I'm trying not to lose my hat.
Me too. I'm trying not to lose my hat also. Well, we're just coming into Charlottetown now, and it's almost 2 weeks since Hurricane Fiona passed by, and boy, PEI sure got hit hard by the trees down that we've seen along the road here. So wishing all the people here in Prince Edward Island a quick and speedy recovery, and hopefully everybody's all good. Well, good morning and welcome back to the channel. It was a little bit colder of a morning this morning. It was 2 degrees in Charlottetown this morning. Right now we're up to 10, so that's a little bit better. On Prince Edward Island today, we're taking a ride north to go see the Cavendish area. So where did Prince Edward Island get its name from? Well, in the early 1700s, when the French came over to try and claim New France, they passed by this island and they laid claim to it. And at that time, they called the island St. John. Now, over the next number of years, it changed between the French and the British several times as they were fighting over the territory. And then finally, in the 7 Years' War, it ended up becoming Britain's territory. So when they set up a settlement here, they ended up renaming the island. They renamed it from St. John to Prince Edward Island. Now, Prince Edward, he was the Duke of Kent, and he was the son of King George at the time. So they named the island after him. And Prince Edward ended up being the father of Queen Victoria. And that was in the year 1799, and it's been Prince Edward Island ever since.
Hi everyone, we're here at Green Gables on PEI, Prince Edward Island. This was one of the ones on my bucket list because I wanted to see where Lucy Maud Montgomery wrote many of her famous Anne of Green Gables books. Love them. It's so peaceful and beautiful here.
There was our quick stop at Anne of Green Gables. Now to continue on to the Cavendish area. Cavendish Road, and I think it's the North Coast Trail also. And we're gonna go find Cavendish Beach. I've heard lots of things about it with the red sand, but look at that over there. It's the space shuttle. Some of the things you see on the side of the road. Well, we just talked to one of the parks guys here, and Cavendish Beach is closed. One of the after effects of Hurricane Fiona. But he did give us a good directions here to go see the coastline at another location. So we'll go see something close to Cavendish Beach. Here we go, we made it to the coastline. That's quite something, that view. Of course we had to stop here if it says Canada's best ice cream. Now, which one am I going to choose? What a treat. They allowed us to come in and take a look at this fire truck. Look at this one. 1929.
Oh yeah, I see this one, yeah.
There's the provincial building that's under renovation. Right behind me is a building called Province House. Now on the Prince Edward Island license plates it says Birthplace of Confederation. Now that Province House right behind me, that's where the Birthplace of Confederation took place. So what it was is back in 1864 is when elected officials from the three maritime provinces got together to try and unite the maritime provinces. And in this location they had some unexpected visitors show up from other parts of what we now call Canada, like Sir John A. Macdonald and Cartier and a few others, and they quickly changed the agenda into a larger task about uniting the whole country. So this was the location of the very first meeting, and over the next 3 years they had many meetings in other locations, and by 1867 we now know it as Canada. So this is as close as we can get right now because it's undergoing extensive renovations. Being such an old building made of sandstone, they found so many issues with the foundation and even the grout between the bricks. But they've committed to fixing it up, and it should be done pretty soon. We just went through the toll booth, and now we're heading on to Confederation Bridge back to New Brunswick. When we came over on the bridge a couple of days ago, man, it was really windy and cold. It was a little miserable. It's a lot nicer today. This crossing between New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island used to be a ferry crossing all the time until the 90s. And that's when they made a decision to put a permanent crossing, a land bridge. So Confederation Bridge was opened in May 31st, 1997. Construction cost was $1.3 billion to make this. Now this bridge is the longest bridge in Canada. I think it's 13.9 kilometers in length. And the one fact about this bridge, it's the longest bridge in the world that goes across water that freezes. So this strait in the wintertime will freeze over. And that's the challenge with building a bridge when the ice flows come through. There, we're almost done the crossing. And just to the left up there, that's where we're camping tonight. So once we get to the foot of the bridge, we'll have officially got to our last province of our Canada-wide tour, New Brunswick. Look. Welcome to New Brunswick. There, it's official. We've done 2 territories, and that's our 10th province of Canada. We're done. Well, not quite done. So the next video, we'll show you what we get to see in New Brunswick. And one of the things we're going to see is a place where it's got the highest tides in the world. Okay, see you on the next video. Home sweet home.